halves. Regan up to Luke Jones, Jack Lane. Wing backs are Andy Burns on the right, Steph Morley on the left. Our three midfielders are Ellis Deeney, Ben Fox and Armand Verma. And up front we've got Darren Knight and new signings Zach Cotwicker starts. On the bench we've got Sam Coulson, Brad Reed, Connor Taylor, Cal Powell and Charlie Shaw.
Fantastic, thanks very much. We'll talk about the new guy in a moment, but first of all, an incredible amount of things have happened since we last spoke here on the game against Salford. And we start off obviously with the departure of Rhys Stites. I recall you saying at the time, he's the first name on my team sheet for every game, so it must have been a real disappointment what actually happened with Rhys going to Darlington.
Yeah, he scored 2 last night as well. Yeah, it was it's just football, unfortunately. We wanted him to stay. He wanted to stay, he didn't want to leave really. But the money that was on offer from Darlington was pretty much life-changing over the next 18 months for him. And it could settle his family down and pay for his wedding, etc, etc. So he came in and asked to leave. I don't want players that don't want to be here. And so we set a fee for him and Darlington matched it and away he goes. And we've spent a little bit of it on Zach. But yes, unfortunately that's just the way football is. And he would still be here if he'd been offered the same money by Darlington, but he wasn't. He was offered nearly double. And that changes your outlook on things.
And obviously you said he scored 2 last night. We won't dwell on that, but they lost. But then you went to play Darlington, with all this going on, with all the sort of upset, disappointment, frustration about it. We went to Darlington and came back with 3 points. You must have been delighted with that.
Yeah, last week was a little bit weird really. With the Darlington one, I thought we defended very, very well. We were very solid, and we were really clinical in the chance that we got when we had a chance. We had a couple of other half chances, but not really threatened that much. But the one good chance we had, we took and ended up winning 1-0, which was a really, really good result. And then Tuesday we dominated the game for 60 odd minutes, didn't take our chances when they came, and it comes back to haunt you a little bit, and they stick one in the top corner after 25 yards, and it changes the dynamic of the game. We still have chances to get something out of the game, but end up losing it. So pretty frustrating week, but 3 points from 2 tough away games. You could took 2 draws, you get less points.
Yes.
And so you just have to roll with it and go, if we carry on playing like we did at Telford, I think we'll be alright. And we've got to take that performance and put it into today. And if we play like that, we'll just win more points than we lose.
And probably more important is to get a win at home today, because we've started to sort out the away form now, but have dropped a number of points recently at home, and that's obviously frustrating to you as well when we have been so dominant at the Lab.
Yeah, very much so. Your home form is key in any season, and it was really good to start with. And everybody kept going on about our away form, like you said, and then we've managed to pick up some good results away from home. And it's been our home form that we've struggled with, and it's only been any goal in one, either way, in very fine lines. But we've got to turn that around and start winning at home, because that's your bread and butter, and hopefully that starts today.
So obviously there was some rumours about a new striker coming in, and then people started putting 2 and 2 together when they saw what was happening at Gloucester with Zach coming back from loan at Salisbury. Scored 5 goals there, including a hat-trick. How did the signing come about, and what do you know about? What can you tell us about Zach?
Well, we had him in pre-season last season for a couple of games just on trial, and he did okay. We just felt the amount of money that we could offer him then and the distance he would be travelling would be a bit of an issue for him, and he wanted to be playing and we couldn't guarantee him that, etc, etc. So he ended up staying at Gloucester and doing very well last year. He scored 12 last season, and just runs around, he's quick and he's a pest, and that's what we like, and I think that's what we need. And so we just rang them on the off chance we'd seen him gone out on loan, and they said no, we just want him to go and score some goals and come back with a bit more confidence. And they rang us back a couple of days later and said, well, you'd have to buy him, and if you're going to buy him, what are you thinking? And we just negotiated a little fee for him to get him out, and I think they could do with the money, and away you go. The deal gets done in the next few days.
And you've actually had him play for you in the game against the Army last year, didn't you?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, I know, lovely lad, great lad, good attitude, and works hard. And we had him in the Army game, and he did really well in that. And he actually played with Knightsey in the Army game as well, so it actually worked out quite nicely for us. But yeah, we bring him in. He's on an 18-month contract with the possibility of another one. He's only 21, but I think he's got a hunger to really do well and want to go on and go back into full-time football. And that's the type that we want to bring to the club. And really looking forward to getting to work with him.
And he's certainly a player that's had a lot of interest from clubs higher up in the league structure. You know, sort of Premiership and Championship clubs have watched him up until last year, haven't they?
Yeah, and I think for Zach, it's probably his ability is unquestioned. He's got a lot of ability. He's quick. He takes people on. He goes past people. I think it's just a mentality one, and he expects to be there. He wants to get there dead quick, and it just doesn't happen that way. But his ability is very, very good. And if we can help him and nudge him in the right direction, that's the type of character we want to bring to Tamworth and try and develop and help and move on up into the league.
And is that the end of the signings, or you've got your eye on anybody else at the moment?
No, I think I'd like to do another one and see what happens, but we're not as in much of a rush as we were,
yes,
because we had a big void to fill. But yeah, we keep on the lookout. We have names thrown to us regularly, and we possibly just need something a little bit different up front, maybe a bigger one, or something that we can just change our game if we need to. So on the lookout at the moment. A few names have been thrown, and we'll follow those up, and if we can do something, then we might.
We'll read what we wanted to that. And so obviously we got some players out on loan as well. We got Jed, Curtis, Louis, and somebody else out on loan from Matt Curley. Yes.
Yeah.
How are they getting on?
Yeah, good. We just felt that we'd accumulated probably a few too many players with the budget. The chairman telling me in my ear that we're up a little bit up towards the budget. So we just felt that we had to because of injuries and stuff over the past month or so. But we've got major players back now, and I just felt that Matt Curley, Curtis Strong, they just need to play games now, and we couldn't offer that. So we can dual register them. They can go and play for a couple of other clubs, get some minutes under their belts, and if anything happens to any of our lads, we can just call them back and they can play the next day. So that suits a lot of us. And Louis, I think he's come back from his loan, and he mixed one because he's had a bit of an injury with his shoulder when he went there. And Jed's the same. Jed played 45 minutes, got mullered by Clinton Morrison, and hasn't played since. So we're just trying to get him fit to get him some more game time somewhere else.
Okay, that's lovely. And obviously Warrington Town today doing very well in their league. What sort of game do you expect today? Because you've had some good success in the trophy in the past, and I'm sure you'd want to mirror that again. So how do you see today going?
No, absolutely. I think it's going to be a really tough game. We've had the two previous cup competitions we've had this season have been against teams out of this league, and we've not come out on the winning end on either. So this is going to be as equally as tough, if not harder. I think they're very, very good. We've got some good players, some good experience. Some of the players should be playing in our league, simple as that. And we've got to make sure that we are bang at it and make sure that we go about our business professionally to get a win. But if we play like we have done, for me, over the past 4 or 5 games, if we turn up like that, then we've got a chance.
Great. Well, we wish you all the best, Andy, and we look forward to seeing our names in the hat on Monday. Fantastic. All the best.
Thank you.
Andy Morrell.